Welcome to the weekly Metals, Money, and Markets update for Friday, January 20th, 2017, hosted by Mickey Fulp, the Mercenary Geologist, and for miningclips.com, I'm Erick Bertsch. Hi, Mickey.
Hello, Eric.
Well, it's been quite a week, and we now have a brand new president. He was inaugurated today.
Yes, we're down for the Trump regime now after 8 years of socialism and regulation, and capitalists worldwide, and especially in the U.S., are welcoming this addition to the U.S. presidency.
Well, precious metals certainly had a very strong week. Tell us what happened there.
Well, gold was up almost 1%. Silver was up almost 1.5%. Gold closed at 1207. Silver a little bit above 17. But this, once again, has all to do with the U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar index been down 4 weeks in a row. Gold's been up 4 weeks in a row. And that correlation coefficient's been about 0.95 lately.
Wow, that's incredible. And moving on to platinum and palladium, there was a little bit of action there, especially on the palladium side.
Platinum was down $6, not a big move on that, but palladium gained 5%, and it's been up 20% since Christmas. It closed today at $7.85.
And moving into base metals, copper gave back a little bit this week.
Well, it's still consolidating in this $2.50, $2.60 range, and we welcome that. What's encouraging, despite the Chinese New Year approaching when demand will go down, it's still in 1 to 6 month contango.
And in energy this week, I saw oil move all over the map. It was rather volatile.
Started the week at 52, got almost to 54, ended the week at 52, so flat but range bound in this area. It was negatively affected today by the weekly Baker rig count. 35 rigs added this week. We are now at a 12-week increase in rigs, and the shale oil drillers are stepping it up, as are the gas drillers.
And moving on to currencies, the U.S. dollar continued to show weakness. This is the 4th week in a row now.
Well, it's pretty amazing to me what effect Trump can have on the market. On Tuesday morning, he said the dollar was too strong, and it reacted by falling about 0.8 of a point. So it finished the week, made a rally today to finish the week at 100.85, about a 0.5% loss for the week. The euro gained for the 5th week in a row, up about a 0.5% to $1.07. And the loonie was in March step with the U.S. dollar this week, closed a little bit above 75 cents, lost more than a penny this week.
Certainly it closed down in the red. And speaking of the red, our major indices in the U.S. Did not fare well this week.
No, it was a bunch of mixed sentiments. Each market behaved a little differently. The Dow was down 3 days, but it was up today on his inauguration. S&P was flat over the week. It still remains just off its all-time high. I should mention the Dow closed at 19,827, S&P 500 at 2271, and NASDAQ was just off its all-time high set last Friday. It finished at 55.55 for a 0.3% loss.
And up here in Canada, taking a look at the venture, we managed to have another week of gains.
Well, not much of a gain, okay? So the last 3 weeks of January, the venture exchange usually is flat to slightly rising, not moves very much. So it's moved up, closed today at 7.98 for 0.4% gain. But it really is within this kind of flat, oscillating, trending slightly upward range that we predicted. And your opportunity to take major profits from tax loss selling to the first week of January are still there, but you're not making any gains over the last week or so.
That's so true, and it seems like the 800 level seems to be some sort of barrier. We just haven't closed above that in quite some time.
Well, it keeps edging up for that. If you look at it, venture exchange up 4 weeks in a row now, but it's still It flirted with 800 today. It wouldn't surprise me if it goes above 800 next week, especially with the fact that the Cambridge House show is Sunday and Monday. I will tell our listeners I will be speaking at that show, and we'll have a booth, so come by for a chat. And we will expect a little bit of strength in the market, perhaps on Monday and Tuesday.
Well, thanks again for your analysis this week, Mickey, and looking forward to checking in with you next Friday and seeing how the show went.
All right, thanks a lot, Eric.